And that means BPay, financial marketplace that gives you advantages in currency exchange. That includes transport that enables you to ship things from airports to your house or from a place to another place using the belly space we have in our aircrafts. That includes teleport, which is an enhanced service for this. And that includes completely changing the way we see our revenue. Before, it was moving passengers from A to B, getting paid to do this, and getting a little bit of revenue through ancillaries. It's now completely reversed. And this is really what digital transformation means to us. It means that competition is not necessarily bad. If we have an airline that sells a ticket cheaper than we can fare, then we will sell their ticket. We will sell their seat on our website, and it is fair competition. We're open to that. Now, the second thing is to make it happen. It's great to have a dream, it's great to make all these claims, but if we don't make it happen at some point, people are going to notice. So what are we doing to make it happen? Well, essentially 4 things that are coordinated. And yes, they're a little bit slanted because nothing is perfect, so we're learning as we go and things are not perfectly aligned. But the first thing is projects and value. So we need to make sure that we work on projects. Now, when you work on projects in a very dynamic company, and I apologize, yeah, you can see it, you are going to tend to go really fast at the beginning, and then you will clash on the wall. And that feels bad the first time. That feels really stupid after the 3rd or 4th time. So what we're doing right now is making sure that people understand completely differently projects. And if you know a little bit about agility, there are a lot of buzzwords, but in simple, it's just being realistic. At the very beginning, when you start an initiative, you need to ask yourself, what value do I want to bring? And then you're going to go around, you're going to meander, you're going to try things. You may actually waste a little bit of time, but you learn a lot. And as you try a few things, you realize a few of these things are working. Now what we need to see is can we scale them and make a business out of this? And we will meander a little bit less. Then once we've nailed something, we can go fast. We can scale it, we can put it in all our airlines, in all our digital businesses, and then we can embed it so that it works. So that's one of the first things. There's not much more. It's just accepting that we need to expose ideas, confront them, see what works, evolve, and then we succeed. Rather than saying, hey, I have an idea, let's do this, and there is some magic. The second thing is really, the second thing is when you use the laser, it doesn't work. The second point is processes. We were a tiny airline, 200 people, 2 aircraft. You can imagine that when you have 250 aircraft, you're in 9 countries, you fly about 360 routes in 250 destinations. You are going to have a lot of variations. You're going to have a lot of diversity, a lot of odd things that have happened and added just because. We have about 3,000 processes that should be part of running our business. Is it something that is lean and fast? No. But we've been working for a year now at simplifying these processes. Now, simplifying doesn't mean just eliminating them. What it means is simplifying everything we can, but identifying and accepting that certain things need to be different because we have different cultures, because we have different agreements with different vendors in different companies. It's also accepting that we may have the same process, but that we need to have localization. Thai people do not eat the same thing as Malaysia. They do not have either the same purchasing habits. We need to cater to them. So again, simplify, confront, evolve, succeed. Now the next thing is, and we are in a digital transformation era, and we were invited by a provider of computing device and services. It's important to look at data and tech. So you will hear a lot Tony say, we have a lot of data. But the thing is, we had a lot of data before. We didn't necessarily know what to do with them. And it was because the data was inside our IT systems, and we had not connected the business people with the IT people. And when I'm saying we're hiring, this is one of the key areas where we're hiring. This is about making sure that we know what to do with our data. And what to do with our data, 5 main areas. Maximizing the revenue is important, because once we maximize revenue, we can afford to make experiments to deliver better customer experiences, which is the number 4, which I'm going to speak about, maximizing customer experiences, doing everything digital, simplifying your experience so that you breathe through security at the airport, enter the airplane, enjoy your vacation, rather than having this part of going from A to B being a hurdle. The other thing is, which is related to that, is being excellent in operations. Being on time, being safe. These are things that people are not going to think about unless there is a delay, unless there is an accident. So this is something we can't negotiate. The other thing is, we need to help our people. When we have 200 people, if they have some problems, well, we could arrange it just by talking. When you have 22,000 people in about 10 countries, you can't afford to do that. So you need to make sure that you help people through automation, through assistance in decision making, through assistance to collaboration so that they all work together. And then there are the moonshots. All these things that we're going to try, and people are going to think that doesn't make sense, and that's the kind of things I felt a million times, and then usually it was me wrong, and I said, I'm sorry, I was slower, I didn't understand the responsibility. All this uses a lot of data, but the most important is the fact that people are using this data between different departments. What we're making sure is that, for instance, our ground services talk with engineering, talk with in-flight services, talk with the cabin crew, so that we accelerate the boarding, so that we make a better experience for people who fly with us. Now, the next thing is, it's good to have all this infrastructure on the back end, but we also need to make sure that people who work with us in our companies have tools that are simple enough so that it doesn't become a hurdle to do the work. And so I've been working with Microsoft pretty much all my life, but I have to admit that migrating to Google and migrating to Chromebooks left me at the beginning the feeling that there was not enough power, not enough functionality. I'm absolutely happy to have less power now because it simplifies the work. Office 365 has the ability, for instance, to work in teams. I've never seen it work. People who know how to make it work. Most people don't know how. When you use Google Drive, like we're using, you start a document, you invite 2 people, 3 people, 5 people in different offices. We're all working on the same document. We don't even talk when we work together. We write, we edit, we suggest, and people create this common understanding together without having conversations that will be unlimited. And that works for us. The last thing is people and collaboration. All this only work if we focus and if our people work well together. And this, if you know a little bit agility, is the heart of Agile. And it is essentially 2 things. Collaborate to deliver and reflect to improve. There's nothing more to it. Now, the way we do that is we do this in 2 types of events. A big event from time to time, and then follow through for a long period. Our big events usually involve 100 people or more and focus on things that really matter. Revenue, customer experience, on-time performance, having good leaders that are going to empower our people. These are the 4. There are no others. But after we've talked, and this is what we talk about, by the way, 4 questions that I would really encourage you to think about. What matters most? What do we need to learn that we don't know today? What to align on, that we disagree on, that we have not accepted that we disagree on, but if we don't align on these things, we're going to keep having problems. And the last thing is, once we know all this, what do we do from now for the next 2 months? This is pretty much the collaboration. After that, you follow through, you do the work, you measure, and you share the next time you meet. No secret, just this. Plenty of details that you don't need to know, but I just didn't, because I created this slide, I was feeling emotionally attached to it. The reality is the part that matters is not the slide that you just saw, it's this one. It's you